My father and my mother and the rest of my family survived through the help of Raoul Wallenberg. My mother found out one day that there's a Swede who was giving out safe papers, and they had safe houses. So she went to that Swedish embassy, and she stood in line for 2 days to try to get a passport. And she couldn't get that because she had a baby with her, and by the time she got to the Swedish embassy, the line was so long that she didn't get to the end until the curfew was for them to get off the street. And the third day, she said she got there and she started to cry because again she was at the end of the line. And through the fence of the Swedish embassy, a man asked her, "Why are you crying?" And she said, "This is the third day I'm trying, but with the baby carriage, by the time I get here, it's always too late." So he asked, "What's your name? Whom do you want the passport for?" So she gave him the names, and he went in, and he came back, and through the fence handed my mother the passports for my father, herself, and my 2 brothers, and that was Wallenberg himself. They got into one of the safe houses. That I found out after when I got back. My mother was telling me the story that they got into the safe houses until one day the Hungarian aerocraft came and they ignored being a safe house and they took all the people away. My mother went into hiding into bed with the 2 little brothers, and she put a sign out that it's infectious disease, stay away. And she was the only one who remained in that house. And my father was taken out and put into a group and marched out of the city. They were marching them to Germany. He was telling me that they marched all day, and by the end of the day they put them into a brick factory, and a car came and a man got out and he started to have an argument with the Hungarians, and he got on a wooden plank and he started to yell, "Anyone who has a Swedish passport, step forward." My father didn't have his with him, but he stepped forward and he said, "I have one, but I have it at home." And he said, "I remember you, you stand over there." And that was Wallenberg, and he took 200 back with him. He marched them back. That was the story how my parents survived through the help of Raoul Wallenberg.